Alright, hey guys, it's Asha. Welcome back to Reading with Toby. Today I am so excited to finally bring you all a giant book haul. I went and looked on my channel to see the books that I have already hauled because I cannot remember, and I realized that my last book haul was almost a year ago exactly, because I did another one at the beginning of last year. So I have a lot of books obviously that I've gotten over the past year. I didn't include the books that I did in separate hauls. Oh, there's Toby. Like I went book shopping for some new releases. I'll link that down below if you want to see those books. And then I went to one of my favorite bookstores in Tennessee and I did a big book haul then, so I'll link those two down below. These are going to be all of the books that I have gotten since then, and there's a lot. I put them in piles behind me so they're in a little system. And then I also have some exciting unboxings which I'm really excited about. So I think, of course, we're gonna start with these. So these are from Barnes & Noble, and then I have some from Blackwell's. So let's just do Blackwell's because I have been holding on to these packages for so long until I filmed this video. I got 4 books from them because we all know Book Depository closed, and I got comments on the video where I did, oh, that's another haul video where I bought some books off of Book Depository before they closed. So I'll link that down below. But I got some comments that said I should check out Blackwell's if I want to buy UK version because they also have free shipping. So I did, especially because the Barnes & Noble sale that we were all waiting for. I was saving up my money since like halfway through the year. I started saving my money for that book sale because I was like, I am ready. I'm not gonna buy any releases. I'm just gonna wait till the end of the year. And then they did the 33%, which is very disappointing. So I had all this money that I was ready to spend on books. So I went to Blackwell's and I made a little order, and let's just go ahead and open them because I'm so excited. All right, let's do it. Okay, so this is a bright yellow. This is Acceptance by Jeff Vandermeer. This is book 3 of the Southern Reach trilogy. I forgot what this was called. Oh, this one's like more floppy than the other one that I have. That's actually really nice. So I read the first one of this series. The first one was called Annihilation. I can't remember. Annihilation last year, and I really enjoyed it. That was my first ever Jeff Vandermeer. His writing is impeccable, incredible, and reading Annihilation reminded me how much I love science fiction. Like, I have been missing my science fiction, so that is one of my goals this year, is to read more science fiction. I thought a perfect way was to get this. It's like a sci-fi horror first contact with aliens. So this is the 3rd book. I'm so excited to get to this one. Let's go ahead and do this one. I know this is the 2nd book because, or this one. I know this one's the 2nd one because it got open a little bit, but let's just go ahead and open this one so you can see them all together. And that's also why I went and bought the rest of these off of Blackwell's, because I wanted them to all match. There are like different versions of it. Wow, the sunset, it is so beautiful outside. Oh, it's so beautiful outside, but so bloody cold. Okay, so here we go. This is book 2, Authority, of the Southern Reach trilogy. So now, oh, this did get a little damaged, but that's okay. So now I have the rest of the series. I can go ahead and read these hopefully this year. This was like nice and floppy too, which is so nice because the first one I have is like the typical UK, you know, it's like really structured and not floppy at all. So this is going to be so much easier to read. So super excited about these. Then let's do another package. All right, this, oh, so beautiful. Okay, this is Record of a Spaceborne Few by Becky Chambers. Another sci-fi, this is like a cozy sci-fi series. I think a lot of people know about Becky Chambers. I have read the first 2 in this little companion series, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet and A Close Common Orbit. I loved both of them, and since I was already buying some sci-fi and I needed the UK version to match, I went ahead and bought this one too. I hope that it is the same size as the other ones, but this is also nice and floppy. I love it because the other 2 are like the really stiff ones as well. So really excited about this one. I don't know what this one is about. I don't really need to know, but I know I love this author, so very happy to get to this one. Last book, another one that I needed the UK version because it's so beautiful. This is a hardcover, so I'm very excited. Oh, sad. Oh, how can you see? Ooh, pink books. Love a pink book. Look at this. Look at this. Just enjoy it. Oh, what? What? I saw this cover on Instagram, and of course it caught my attention, and then I read what it was about, and I was like the little caption, and I was like, it's literally about like, I think a girl who has a sugar daddy, and I was like, the cover's gorgeous. So I kept my eye on it. And then I went and did a little more research because I kept seeing it around, and I was like, okay, let me go see what it's actually about. And then I found out it's about a black girl and by a black author, and I was like, immediately add to cart, immediately purchase. Yes, I need it now, and I love this. So let me see what this says. Agnes Green is turning 21 and her life is heading nowhere. Agnes's new life in the city is beyond her wildest dreams, but it comes at a cost. As she strays even further from her mother's holy teachings, she must decide how far she will go to be adored. I think I'm gonna love this. I think this is just gonna be a fun contemporary. I could show you how to make a career out of lunches and champagne, Agnes. Trust me, being irresistible is easy when you know how. Cannot wait to read this. So these are all of the books that I picked up from Blackwell. So super happy about these purchases. All right, and next let's move on to some of, hi Cubs, you're just gonna hang out in the background? Next we have some packages from Barnes & Noble. I am missing one book. This book that I'm trying to buy, I'll put a picture here, it's called Monstrilio. I have been trying to get this book forever. It sold out on Amazon because that was the first book that I wanted to read of the year. It's sold out everywhere. I couldn't find it during the Barnes & Noble hardcover sale, so I finally went and bought it on barnesandnoble.com, but now it's like back ordered. I don't know what's going on and why it's so difficult for me to get that book, but eventually it will come to me. The rest of my order has already come in, so let's just do this one because this actually isn't a book. It's a bookmark. And I was out shopping one day, it was a while ago, in Barnes & Noble, just looking around, and I saw this bookmark and I didn't get it, but I have been thinking about it ever since because it was so cute. So I was like, I'm making a purchase online anyway, let me go ahead and get it. This is gonna seem very weird. It's just a little knife. It's just a little like butcher knife, but it's so cute, and I thought it would just be perfect for all of my horror reads. Like, how cute. Wait, let's get a book. Let's get a horror book. And see, this is Out There Screaming. I mean, just look at how cute it is inside a horror book. I really like it. I like it. So that is a little bookmark that I picked up. I think it's so cute. Okay, you guys should see Toby how he's sitting. Hold on, I'm gonna take a video with my phone and I'll put it in. Hi Tobes, you just sitting with me? Helping me show everyone all the new books. You're so cute. Do the next book to unbox. This one, so Barnes & Noble did end up doing a 50% off select hardcovers in stores and online after that 33% sale. So I went ahead and bought this book because I saw that it was one of the ones that was on sale. All right. Oh my gosh, yes. So this book is freaking beautiful. This book is probably my like favorite cover so far of the year. I'm trying to make sure I'm in focus. Also the most perfect title. I feed her to the beast and the beast is me. Every time I saw this book like in the bookstores, I would pick it up and just stare at it and be like, wow, this book is the most stunning cover, the colors, the title is incredible. It's horror, black horror, but I never bought it because it's a YA horror, and I just not really a fan of YA, but I kept seeing this book and the frick is just like perfect. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it and I'm just gonna read it. I'm not gonna look into what it's about. This is like the absolutely most perfect thing I've ever seen. So I'm hoping that the inside will also be beautiful. Yeah, I'm not gonna look into what it's about. Wait, is there like some images? To those who find freedom in becoming a monster when denied the space to be human. can't wait to read this. I did say this is by Jasmine Shea, so I can add this to my Black horror shelf. I am so excited. Like this cover, oh, I'm gonna post this on my Instagram because this is so beautiful. All right, so those are all of the unboxings that I have, so we can go ahead and move on to the rest of the books. Since we were just talking about Barnes & Noble, let's talk about some of the books that I did buy from Barnes & Noble. Okay, so I did find 2 books during that little book during the 33% off sale. I was very disappointed. I went to multiple Barnes & Nobles and couldn't find very many, but I did find 2 books. One is a horror book. I'm not gonna go into too much detail in the synopsis. I can't remember if I already said that in the rest of the books because there's so many, so I'm just gonna quickly show you just so you know. All right, so the first one is a horror book. This is Natural Beauty by Lin Lang Kwong. Super excited about this. This was one of the Goodreads on the Goodreads choice for best horror, and I've seen this cover around, but I didn't realize it was horror until I was looking at the list. So I'm very excited about this. I believe this is about the beauty industry, and I love the like lime green. It's so pretty on the shelves. And then I picked up Blackout by Justin Torres. This is, I saw this originally on Simon from Savage Reads channel, and like the cover caught my attention, and then he said, I can't remember what he said about it, but it was also intriguing. I don't even know if I could tell you what it is, but it's written very strangely. There's pictures in it, different font. The font itself is like this brown color. It's just like a unique layout. I'm very excited. I'm trying to see which one. There's like a picture. There's like pictures in it. I don't know, it looked intriguing. I feel like this is a great book to just go into blind, so we will see. Another book that I picked up, so that's all I got at the Barnes & Noble book sale. This book I did also buy from Barnes & Noble, but that was when I bought this book when I was just looking around and I saw the bookmark. But I ended up picking out Out There Screaming by Jordan Peele, an anthology of new Black horror. I think I'm gonna say this for Blackathon next month, for the month of February. I am very excited about this. Okay, I really don't know where to go to now. What's the next pile? Let's just get this little one out of the way. These are 2 books that I didn't purchase. One I won actually on Goodreads, which is so exciting. That is another Black horror. This is Jackal by Aaron E. Adams. I'm super excited about this. The cover is also gorgeous. It just says, a young Black girl goes missing in the woods outside of her white Rust Belt town, but she's not the first and she may not be the last. Excited about that one. And then this one I was sent by the publisher, Simon & Schuster. I'm super excited about this one. First of all, I love this cover as well. This is The World Cannot Give by Tara Isabella Burton. This is a dark academia cult boarding school vibe. That's like all I needed to know, but I think this is like there's choir. Yeah, it's the school chapel choir. I don't know. All I need to know is like dark academia and cult boarding school. I'm down. All right, I think I have them kind of situated now. Let's do a stack of non-fiction that I picked up. The first one is The End of Everything, Astrophysically Speaking by Katie Mack. I am listening to this on audio. I still haven't finished it because I really want to annotate this book. This book was giving me like an existential crisis. I was literally like having almost a panic attack. Not really, but like feeling very like, oh my god, while listening to this book about cosmic expansion. Is very scary, but I was really enjoying this. I just want to, like, when I listen to it, want to sit and like underline and annotate, and I just haven't found the time to do that, but I was really enjoying it. And then I also picked up The Whole Picture, The Colonial Story of the Art in Our Museums and Why We Need to Talk About It by Alice Proctor. This I was also listening to as an audio book. This has a lot more art history in it than I was anticipating, and so I'm not finding it as interesting as I thought it was going to be. It's still really, really good, but again, I just need to be in the mood for this like type of nonfiction. But those are the 2 there. Right, so this is a stack of books that I got used recently because, like I said, I had some money saved to go book shopping, so I got some of these books. The first one is Last Summer in the City by Gianfranco Caligaric. This is an Italian novel translated by Howard Curtis. I cannot remember. This cover is beautiful. I love the bright orange. I love, but this kind of covers are some of my favorite, where it's just like a photograph, a simple photograph with like a border around it. I really love these. I can't remember whose channel I originally saw this on, but the cover intrigued me. And then I heard it was an Italian novel, it takes place in the summer. You're following like this sad character in Rome. And I was automatically like, yeah, I think this is going to be great, a nice literary fiction. So very excited about that. Toby, what are you doing? I finally got my hands on Africa Risen. It's an anthology of sci-fi stories, speculative fiction stories. This cover is absolutely beautiful. These are all written by Black authors, and it's all spanning the whole African diaspora. So I'm very excited to get this. I'm so happy I finally got my hands on this. Like I said, I really want to read some more science fiction this year. But then we have How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Nagumatsu. I have heard everyone talk about this book. Everyone seems to really love it. So very excited about this. I believe this is about a pandemic, if I'm not mistaken. I also picked up Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff in the nice huge paperback edition. I've been interested in this book ever since it first came out, so I was happy to find a nice floppy paperback used. I mean, I think just a nice fantasy, giant fantasy about a vampire. And I've heard mixed things about it, but the people that I trust really liked it, so I think I'm gonna like it. And then lastly, we have If an Egyptian Cannot Speak by Noor Naga. I love, again, when they have the font that is like neon color. Love it so much. I think I'm gonna love this book. This is another literary novel following these two characters. I believe one is like American Egyptian, and then one is Egyptian, and the American Egyptian is in Egypt, and I think they fall in love and they're having conversations about that. I'm very excited. A dark romance exposing the fraught fissures in American identity politics when exported overseas. If an Egyptian Cannot Speak is a lush post-colonial novel for the 21st century. I think I'm gonna love it. Let's just do these like random books that I've got. Yeah, we'll just do these. I don't really have a place. These I just picked up from who knows where, random bookstores, Amazon, who knows, Pango Books, could be anywhere. First is The House Witch by Della Monk. This is book 1. This is a chunky, cozy fantasy about a chef in this royal household, and he has like magical powers. It's supposed to be obviously cozy, heartwarming, and sweet. It's just really big, so I'm a little like, sometimes I'm in the mood for a cozy fantasy, but I'm like, that's a thick book there. But this is a series. The cover is beautiful. This is self-published, so I do really want to get to it. I have Small Worlds by Kayla Azuma Nelson. I started reading this book because I loved his debut. Oh, this is upside down. I loved his debut, Open Waters, my favorite book last year. And I started reading this. But I put it down because I was just really in the mood for horror. So I'm reading a horror book now, but this will be read very, very soon. I have 2 New York Review books. I have starting a collection. You're gonna see a nice little collection of some classics here soon. But I got these 2. So the first one I have already read. This is In Love by Alfred Hayes. This is a short little book. I got this recommendation from a booktuber named Pato. So happy I read this. This was so sweet. Like everything that I could love. It takes place in New York City, and you're following this man as he is recounting an old love to this person in the bar. Love this so much. So many tabs. Written so well. And then we have Stoner by John Williams. This is supposed to be a quiet little novel following this man who decides to leave behind his like family, I believe his like family profession of being a farmer or something like that, to become an English professor, and just his love of academia, and it's supposed to be quiet and sweet. I know I'm gonna love this. I picked up A Perilous Undertaking by Deanna Raybourn. This is the second book in the Veronica Speedwell series, a nice cozy mystery. I read the first one last year, loved it, so I needed the second one on my shelves. Speaking of sequels, I also picked up The Story of a New Name by Elena Ferrante. I read the first book of this quartet. Incredible. Like, it made it to my top books of the year last year, so I am definitely going to be reading this year. I am so excited. This is translated from Italian by Anne Goldstein. So excited to get to this. And then lastly is actually a little middle grade. This is Archibald Finch and the Lost Witches by Michelle Guyon. And I saw this just kind of randomly on Booktuber's video, and I thought it looked so cute and cozy, and like it has like some creepy little illustrations in it. And the reviews for this book are, it's just so beloved by adults, which I think says a lot. So I'm very much looking forward to this. This is definitely on my top books to read this year, because I meant to read it last year and I think I'm absolutely gonna love it. And the second book just came out. So okay, next we'll do these, because these are actually some more classics. Okay, the first little stack are books that I got during Independent Bookshop Day or weekend, whenever that was. I went and got some books. I got 2 Modern Penguin classic edition in the beautiful like blue spine, and these are both by James Baldwin. I read Giovanni's Room last year, now my favorite book of all time, so I had to get more of his works and I can't wait to read them this year. I cannot wait. So of course I have to get If Beale Street Could Talk. Then this is a collection of essays, I believe, yes, called Notes on a Native Son. So excited about those. And then I picked up as well a French novel called At Night All Blood Is Back. Called At Night All Blood Is Black, which is an incredible title, by David Duop. This won the 2021 International Booker Prize, and it is translated from the French by Anna Maskovakis. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to read this. I think I'm absolutely gonna love this like tiny little novel about a soldier who makes a choice and it changes his life forever and haunts him forever. And I also love this cover, so can't wait to read that. Okay, next little stack of books, kind of going along with Independent Bookshop, but there was this literature festival that happens every summer in Chicago, and so they have like lots of different they have like the used bookstores in Chicago come and set up tables and you can buy books from them. So these are the books. I'm missing a book. Oh well. These are the books that I picked up there. Let's just go ahead and do this one. I found The Biography of X by Catherine Lacey. I'm very excited about this. This is a fiction novel, but I think it's written as if it's a nonfiction chronicling the life of this woman. It's another kind of strangely formatted book. So excited about that, and I love this cover. And then some more classics that I got. We'll just do the 2 other New York Review books that I picked up. So the first one is Notes on the Cinematograph by Robert Bresson. So this is just this filmmaker's, he is a French filmmaker, and just literally his notes on being a director, cinematography, film in general. I have started this. It's a little strange just because it's some of it's like out of context. You don't really know what he's saying, but I don't know. I decided to get it. I do want to read more books about film theory. I studied film in college and I find myself missing it, so I thought maybe that could give me a little something. And then I got In the Cafe of Lost Youth by Patrick Modiano, and this won the Nobel Prize in Literature, although I've never heard of it. This is also translated from the French. I love this cover. Translated from the French by Chris Clark, so very excited about this one. And then lastly, this is a Black Spine Penguin edition that I just found randomly in the little book fair, basically is what it was. This is Mr. Samler's Planet by Saul Bellow. Really love this cover as well. This one really intrigued me because you're following this man in New York City. While the world anticipates the first lunar landing and visions of Utopia V with predictions of an imminent apocalypse, Samler finds himself intrigued by the possibilities of the future and edges closer toward empathy with his fellow mortals. At its heart, the novel is quintessential Bellow, moral, urbane, sublimely humane. So, oh, this also won the Nobel Prize in Literature. So I'm very excited about this. I think I'm going to enjoy it. The last stack of books we have to talk about are the books that I got when I was abroad. So this summer I went on a solo trip to Paris and London, and I vlogged it, so I'll link it down below. I do talk about the books that I picked up there and all the bookstores that I went to. It was such an incredible trip. But these are the books that I got. So I will run through them quickly. Let's first do the not classics, because I got a lot of classics. First I got, which I was so excited to get, In Memoriam by Alice Wynne. This is a devastating love story between two young men that moves from the sheltered ideal of their public school to the unspeakable horrors of the Western Front. Can't wait to read this. I think it's going to be beautiful, and it is a signed copy, so super excited about that one. I picked up A Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. Of course, this book is making its rounds, but I thought this little like paperback and the spine was so cute. I decided to go ahead and get this edition of it. Very excited to read this. This is another book that I have heard nothing but incredible things. And then lastly, I got Time Shelter by Georgi Gospodinov. This is a Bulgarian novel that won the International Booker Prize last year. This cover is really cool. I initially was not that intrigued by, oh, I got this in Dot Books because the little bookmark's in here. I originally was not that intrigued by it until I actually realized what it's about, and it sounds so incredible. Let me just tell you who it's translated by. Translated from the Bulgarian by Angela Rodell. So this is about this clinic that offers promising treatment for Alzheimer's sufferers. Each floor reproduces a decade in minute details, transporting patients back in time. But as the rooms become more convincing, an increasing number of healthy people seek out the clinic as a time shelter, hoping to escape from the horrors of our present. A development that results in an unexpected conundrum when the past begins to invade the present. Doesn't that sound incredible? Sounds incredible. I can't wait to read that. All right. Lastly, my stack of classics that I got. So I picked up some more Penguin Modern Classics, which are the beautiful Blue Spine edition. All right, so I got another Alfred Hayes, which is the one that I was talking about in Love. I think it's down there, that I read last year. This is My Face for the World to See. Very excited about this. I got Nausea by Jean-Paul Sartre? I don't know. I don't really love this cover, but I really am interested in this book, so I decided to get it. This is translated from the French by, they really need to put the translators on the cover. Hold on. Oh, translated from the French by Robert Baldick. So very excited about this. I just know this is like about a man who's dealing with existentialism. So I think this is going to be good. Got that one there. I got Season of the Migration to the North by Tayyib Salih. This is translated from Arabic by Denise Johnson Davies, and this is a Sudan novel. So excited about this. I've heard incredible things, and I think I'm also going to read this for Blackathon next month, because there's actually a prompt to read a book from Sudan, and I was like, oh. And then Jessie mentioned this as a recommendation, and I was like, oh my god, I have the book. So I'll probably be reading this next month. Very excited about it. And then the last two classics and last two books that I have to talk about today. First one is a Penguin Black Spine edition. This is Zola by Therese Raquin. I always get confused like which is which. This is, I think, another French novel translated by Robin Buss. This is following a woman who has an affair, compels the lovers to commit a crime that will haunt them forever. I've heard incredible things about this, so I'm very excited. Last one is a World Oxford Classic edition, and I love this cover here. This is a Russian novel, Fathers and Sons by Ian Turgenev. Translated, see, they have it translated by Richard Freeborn. Very excited about this. Have also heard incredible things. Can't wait to read it. Those are all of the books that I have picked up over the past year. For the most part, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun sharing it all with you and doing all of my unboxings. Let me know if anything sounded interesting to you, if you found a new recommendation, and I will catch you all in my next one. Bye.